Hey loves, how are you guys doing? Welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, you're most welcome. If you're a returning, thank you so much for coming back. My name is Maggie, and today I want to talk about people who want to start Mtumba business. What exactly are you supposed to consider before you start Mtumba business? As in, even before you approach me to tell me, Maggie, I want you to hook me up with a bill. What are you supposed to have figured out first before you actually do that? Okay. Now, the first thing I always tell a lot of clients who approach me and they're like, I don't know where to start, but I just know I want to sell Mtumba business. I always tell them, one, what is your target market? Now, probably you're not understanding what I mean by I say your target market, but who exactly do you want to sell to? Right? Do you want to sell to kids? Do you want to sell to ladies, men? Like, what exactly is your target market? The moment you figure out your target market, it's going to be easier for me to be able to advise you from there, bills that you can consider to go for, okay, as you're starting your business. So, number one, who is your target market? Figure that out before you start Mtumba business or any other business for that matter, okay? The next thing you're supposed to figure out is what is your location? Okay, what is your location? Sometimes your location even interferes with your target market. I mean, you might want to sell for example, say kids clothing, but you are next to a university. It's not going to make any sense, right? Because automatically the kids in the university area are the ones who are going to be like the clients, so they're not going to buy kids stuff. Are you getting what I'm saying? You might be wanting to sell men's clothing, but you're next to a female, a place where there's so many females, like next to salons, like won't make any sense, right? So next, figure out your location, because that is also going to affect your or your target markets. Okay, so what is your location? Where are you planning to sell? Are you planning to sell online? The good thing about online is that online is quite versatile. You can literally sell anything online, right? Online doesn't limit you to who's your target market, what's your location. So if you're planning to sell online, then you're good to go. Just figure out which bill you want. Okay, so number one, who is your target market? Number two, what is your location? Number three, what is your budget? Okay, what is your budget? Because bills have different prices. You might want a bill that is not within your budget, way higher than your budget or way lower than your budget. So you need to figure out what exactly are you working with. Okay, what are you working with? What is your budget? Okay, another thing that you need to understand is that you really need to have some knowledge on builds, right? You need to have some knowledge on builds, like dresses. Yeah, I'm literally going to do a video explaining to you guys. I've done it before, but some years back, but I'm going to do it again, explaining to you guys like dresses. What kind of dresses do we have? Blouses. What kind of blouses do you have? So you need to have like that knowledge of what exactly you want, okay? Because you can tell me, I want you to hook me up with a bill of dresses. Which one? We have over 6 different types of dresses. Yeah, I want you to hook me up with kids clothes. Which ones? So you need to at least have a little knowledge of the bill that you want, not just say I want a bill of dresses or I want a bill of blouses. No, 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 doesn't make any sense. Which one? Sometimes you really need to also do your research kidogo, because trust me, when you depend fully on a seller, for example, when you fully depend on me to give you all the information you're going to need to start, I might be biased, right? I might be biased. I might give you what I think is going to do well, and literally it's not going to do well for you, but I think it's going to do well, so I might be biased. So do not entirely lean on the person supplying you the bill to give you all the information you need. You at least need to figure out 1 2 3 habakule of knowledge of bills and all that all right. Another thing that you need to figure out when you're planning to start your Mtumba business is how much you're willing to spend. For example, if you're planning to get a shop, what's your budget? Right? Because you figuring out the budget that you're going to be spending on the shop that you're going to get is also going to determine how much you're going to sell your clothes. Okay, you cannot open Tumba shop that you're paying a rent of 20 G's and sell clothes for 200 bob. You're never going to recover, right? Because you need to understand that you need to recover your capital, you need to recover profit, you need to recover like rent, salary, if you're paying someone, you need to recover all that. So your the rent of the place that you want to start with also matters a lot, because if you do not factor that in, you're not going to be operating well, right? Another thing that you need to figure out before you start Mtumba business is how to do the math, right? How to price um, products, how to price clothes when you open a bill. How do you do your pricing? Again, I have done a video on pricing, but I'm going to do that again. This year, I'm going to try and redo a lot of videos that I've done several years ago, because I've had someone telling me, oh, I don't feel like scrolling down 2 to 3 years ago. So I'm going to be kind enough to redo like all of those videos. So yeah, don't worry about that. I'm going to be doing a video on how to do your pricing, because that is also a very crucial thing when you're planning to start a business. You cannot just open a bill and start pricing without factoring in a lot of things that I have mentioned, like rent, profits, capital. You need to factor all that in before you price, right? Another thing also, before you start selling Mtumba business, I like to ask people is, what is your why? Right? Why do you want to sell Mtumba business? You really need to figure out why you want to sell Mtumba business, because if your why is because you're seeing Maggie lives a good life, Maggie lives a comfortable life, Maggie Maggie, if that is your reason, if that is your why, then leave that business alone. If your why is because your neighbor has been doing Mtumba business and amemanage kununua nyumba, amemanage kununua gari, leave that business alone. All right. One thing about Mtumba is that it is not a get rich quick business. It is business just like any other, right? So you need to figure out your why. Okay, and if your why is not making any sense, please enda ukakule maembe. Imagine, acha nayo biashara, enda ukakule maembe, because itakutandika character development ingine, utaishi kusema Mtumba inachomanga watu. So please figure out your why do you want to start Mtumba business, and if your why is making sense, please go ahead. I mean, call me, let me hook you up with a bill. Another thing that you need to realize before you start Mtumba business is that just like any other business, it's not a walk in the park. Okay, just like any other business, Mtumba business is not for the lazy. Right? It is not for the lazy. Just like any other business, you have to really be convincing. You have to convince people why are they coming to buy from you. You have to look the part. You cannot just be dressing with your matambaras uko and expect to sell me a good cloth. One thing I always tell you guys, how you present yourself when you go to your shop will determine how much you're gonna price your product. Like, your appearance has a lot to do with how you price your product. If you dress in matangari, yeah, if you dress in bag clothing, trust and believe I'm gonna see a very nice thing on your shop, and I'm gonna give you like very little money. Like, the money I'm gonna offer you is 150, 200. People are gonna pay you depending on how you look, on how you present yourself. So you also have to understand Mtumba business, just like any other business, it's not one of those businesses ati unadharau just because, oh, say mtush. No, absolutely not. Have you met Mtumba sellers out here looking gorgeous? I'm sure you have. So one thing you also need to understand before you start your Mtumba business, your appearance also matters. How you're going to present yourself. If you're having a physical location, if you're planning to go online, like live on TikToks and all that, how you present yourself matters a lot, and it's gonna affect how you price your stuff. Okay, so that's what I could figure out now. For now, if I think of something else, of course I'm gonna do a video. That being said, thank you for watching this video up to this far. If you're planning to start Tumba business, I hope this video was helpful for you. If you have any question, comment section down below. I'm going to respond. If it needs a video, I'm going to do it for you. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I will really appreciate it. Give this video a thumbs up. Share it with whoever needs to consume this content. I'll really appreciate it. I'm going to see you guys on my next video, which is going to be soon, right? Do take care of yourselves, and God bless you guys. Bye bye.